check, check. Yeah. Ding dong. I'm murder. Oh, sir. Ding dong. Hear me now? Yeah. Yeah. Ding dong. Well, it's another one. Another one. All right. Yeah. Idiot. 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 Ding dong. Idiot. 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 We know you're not that idiot. Ding dong. Idiot. 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 Idiot.
All right, and welcome again to the Haphazard News. Rootsy absolutely with the idioting feature. 96.1 on this FM dial. Wow. I'm trying to find how we should kick off this one with the talking point, the big talking point across Jamaica. And about the outbreak of the virus. I know at the Jubilee Hospital. And we must argue that about 11 to 12 babies tragically died as a result of that outbreak. And the Minister of Health tried to explain as to why there was a delay in making such information public. And about the whole protocol, I know the whole protocol and the whole. But nonetheless, as we said to you, that it was not dozens.
Right.
Right?
Well,
So we don't run with that false narrative, not dozens.
well,
So let's also hear from the minister. It said in July it was 16 affected, but 7 tragically died.
There's some clarification to that though, Dudley. The minister gave the interview yesterday, but this morning he came and said that he actually do not know how much baby died.
Huh.
then how is it that he's giving figures and then he's not sure?
Yes, he said.
That makes no
he
sense.
said 7. No, yesterday he said. Today.
Yeah.
He
No,
said,
no,
he,
yesterday.
yesterday
That interview was
evening.
done yesterday.
Right.
he said 7 in
July.
and about 2
Two
in August,
August,
and no,
2 September,
and 2 September,
1
1
October.
October. But he said the figures after the infection
Yeah,
rate.
yeah, infected, right. The amount of persons
Amount of
infected.
infected, but-
yeah, he didn't have the amount of infected persons, but he had the deaths. So I'm not sure how is it that he's giving a number and now this morning he's saying something else. That makes no sense at all.
It makes no sense. I think what happened. I wish I had the audio to let you play it, but I didn't get that audio. But he clarified this morning that he do not know how much baby actually died.
But
So there is something that it is not coming clear with,
but the
and the question
question-
must be asked:
Yeah.
why didn't he tell the nation? Why didn't he brief his boss? Because the only time he briefed him, is when a different radio station was calling around to get him on. That's the time, and when he realized that radio station was going to break the entire thing, he ended up calling the PM and tell the PM. Now this morning, his cabinet colleagues are in rage. How is it you couldn't tell us? So I think there was some cover up going on there.
Yeah, I think what was going on is that he said that based on what was going on, he called in PAHO, told PAHO to do their assessment and investigation and do whatever infection control measures. Right, so what was going on is that he was saying, all right, I'm going to make sure that I get this thing under control so I don't have to say nothing, right? So I think that's what was going on. But the thing is, somebody gave out the information that something was going on. And I think that kind of burst his bubble in trying to say, well, because he even said that he was still waiting on the report to even say anything about it.
Yes.
Right? So he to some extent, he kind of have this thing to say, well, I know it's there. They told me in July, and guess what I'm doing? I am going to see how best I can control this before it comes out.
And I think Tamika. Is Tamika here?
Yeah,
Yes, she
should
is.
be there.
Tamika?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh. Okay, I was seeing it on screen. All right. Yes.
Oh, yeah, she's
Can you
there.
can you have camera on Tamika? There you go.
That's right.
I don't know why you're hiding your beautiful face.
That's
What
right.
is your views on what happened at the Ministry of Health? You think there's some cover going on with Jubilee Hospital?
Look like that was the intention.
I think that was the intention, but it got spilled for
Backfired.
some reason.
Because based on the news item that I got, that when you call around and ask pertaining to what is going on at Jubilee, people were tight-lipped. At one point, somebody said that, go and ask the minister.
Right.
And they
So
said
when I hear that, I got in contact with the opposition spokesperson on health, and I said, "Are you hearing what is going on?" He said, "What?" And he didn't even know either.
This whole thing crazy. Yeah.
people are saying that the minister gave instructions that nobody said anything
Right.
except him.
Except him.
Yeah.
Nobody thought to me except the minister. That was
But-
a clear
but look at it.
instruction to.
Look at it, Dudley and Owen.
Bad.
From July, this has been going on, and you keep the country in the dark with this.
I think he was hoping that it would just go away and and nobody knows.
Yeah.
Weren't
Exactly.
That was the intention.
weren't they the
Exactly.
same one? Weren't they the same one who called for Fenton Ferguson to resign when the 18 baby dies of the same jubilee?
It was called the dead baby scandal.
Right.
So this is something.
And they
similar.
were the same one who called.
Right. Yeah.
At that time, he was. I think he was opposition spokesperson on health at that time.
Yes. And they pressured the then Prime Minister, Mr. Simpson Miller, and she
There
said
you go.
she will not fire her health minister. I remember. Yeah. I remember. No. I remember. No. It was.
So
I was,
the
it was under
question was
pressure.
asked of him. The question was asked of him this morning. Do you think he should resign? And his comment was this: "It based on the honorable Prime Minister, who is my employee, and
That's
whatever."
right.
But I'm calling him to resign.
I don't think he will do it though. I don't think he's gonna do it. You know.
Well, he was just 2 months ago voted the best
performing
the
minister.
performing minister.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna, because then again, I know that the Prime Minister, he will probably say, well, the minister was as best as possible sorting out the issue.
and not to create a panic.
Not creating
It's
a panic. He called
Right.
in the authorities. The authorities came. He instructed them to go to the different hospitals,
Yeah.
even the ones that they don't have,
Yes,
those
yes.
alert or whatever, for them to check. So he could comfortably say, my minister was taking care of it. We understand that it was, the reports, but
Yeah.
his minister was taking care of it.
But if he was to do nothing now, that
Yeah.
different ball
Well,
game.
yeah,
But
yeah.
It would do something quietly.
I think he has something to something to
But,
talk about.
but Dudley and Owen, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
If you call in Paho or Maho or Keho or kind of who you want to call in,
Yeah.
come and tell the nation that there is some infection going on
Right.
at Jubilee Hospital.
Uh-huh.
The Ministry of Health has a call in Paho where just putting the nation on alert
Right.
that there is something going on, but we have it under control. Tell the lies have it under control, but don't hide from the nation.
Yes, that's true. And
The
that's
same way
what
you
I
could call
agree
in
with.
Paho,
Yeah.
you could have tell the nation the same thing.
And remember, as he said, that he's quite an accessible minister.
Yes.
He has no problem in getting the media and
Yeah.
speaking to the media.
Yes.
So I think
Except
that he
who
should.
when him call me, can't get him.
I'll tell you. But he should have called a press, because they normally do the press conference. Remember the monkeypox, there was a press conference.
And
the
they
first
were for them
monkeypox case.
over the COVID-19.
Yeah, COVID. Yeah, big press conference.
Should
all these
have
things.
said thing.
Even when he was overseas, he still called a press conference virtually and was talking about what was going on. So I think that you're right. He should have, and it's responsibility to say, guess what? We got an alert in July, or in the same time, the same month he got it, right? In July. From in July, he should have called that conference and said, we have an alert. We've called in whatever authorities. Persons, don't worry yourself. We have this thing
And
under control.
no need to panic.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We don't
but-
need to
but
talk
not
about
only
this 4
that.
months after. Uh-huh.
In his same news, whatever he was talking about yesterday, he said, look how this is stupid of the ministry and the minister. He said that they don't have any I can't pronounce the word in
Neonatal?
medical terms, nurses.
Neonatal.
Neonatal.
Yeah.
Right.
Based on
They haven't been
migration.
going overseas. So tell me something now. The same nurses that you all refuse to pay. They went back to the United States and Canada and came on for them.
Yeah, also that's so stupid. The same
Am I
nurses-
making sense?
But look at this now. If you go to American nurses, why would they come to Jamaica? And Jamaican nurses are over there because of low wages. Why would they?
No, Dudley. He said he went to America to get back Jamaican nurses
They would not come here. They would not coming back.
to come back.
They would not come back.
He go to Cuba to ask the Cubans to help him.
The
And it
Cuban-
boils back down. They refuse to pay our nurses, our teachers, our firemen, and our policemen in this country a proper wages, a livable wage.
No, I look at the crisis. Look at the crisis with this thing now. They say it is the normal to be is one nurse to two babies, 1-to-2 ratio. It's now 1-to-8.
And listen to me. When I was in the Cayman Islands with Dr. Tomlinson Hospital, the Christy Tomlinson Memorial Hospital, Dr. T came to Jamaica and get a lot of Jamaican nurses to work for him before he sold the hospital. And the maternity ward is a very well-equipped maternity ward. And it's not one nurse to two baby. It's one nurse to one baby.
Whoa. But based on the Jamaican standard, is a ratio of 1-to-2. Maybe 1-to-1 in Cayman. But I think 1-to-2 would at least be okay in a nursing surrounding. But 1-to-8 is like disaster or crisis waiting to happen.
Maybe even 1-to-3 tops, you know.
Yeah.
But the 1-to-8.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit rough.
It's like it's like in a classroom of students. If you have 10 students to one teacher, you will get that is you have a better way of them learning. When you have 1 to 45 no, some are left behind.
But not only that, though, you know, if a great tremor, God forbid, should happen, KPH gone. I'm not laughing, is the truth?
KPH is one of the oldest hospital in the Western Hemisphere.
There you go in English-speaking Caribbean. Well, actually, KPH is old as the People's National Party.
A part of KPH is now the building. Is a building from about 1644. And the building still in use at KPH right now. A part of the original KPH was there, the old building there.
Wow.
It's very, very old.
And you're saying to me, Dudley, that we waste so much billions and trillions of dollars in this country. Operation Pride. And all kind of pride. And we can't build up a hospital in this country?
Well, the thing is, you know, the problem we're probably having is that we may not have the resources and all these other things to make sure it happen. Like, look what's going on there in with the Cornwall Regional. It's been
What years now?
some years.
What years now? Years.
Been a number of years. It's still not done yet. They still have a lot, some distance to go. Billions. We're not talking about millions. Billions have been spent so far. All right.
Cost overrun.
Yes. Right. So imagine, you know, when it comes back. Say they complete that now, say the next 4 years. How much more now it will take KPH to be fixed?
Yeah, only 5 years.
It gonna cost the country, to what I was told, nearly 88 point something billion.
To rebuild or remove or what?
To build it from the scratch.
They're not good at that.
You got to build from the scratch. Because believe you me, if a great tremor come, God help us.
Jamaica, I don't think Jamaica know the history of KPH.
And I think, oh, Dudley, as I said that, I think we should do a history on KPH, you know.
Years
More
of,
in it, because if Roots FM start doing a history on KPH, you will be surprised the amount of people who are gonna start say, oh my God, you know, Roots FM is doing a history on KPH. Let's listen to it.
KPH was ranked at one point as the best hospital in this part of the world.
In the English-speaking Caribbean, yes, that's
No,
true.
the hemisphere. This part at one point in time. When you're sick, like in the Americas, they say go down to the West Indies. KPH.
Okay.
Those that big one some years ago.
And I tell you something, you know, before they build the private hospital in Cayman, Dr. Tomlinson Hospital, and the Shetty Hospital that they just built a couple of years ago, they used to transfer patients from Cayman to KPH, you know.
Yeah, man, KPH was top years ago. Top years ago.
And since the last hurricane or last flood and the bottom floor flood out, I know they don't do nothing to it.
I think KPH is when KPH surroundings begin to disintegrate, it's hard to pay less and less to the hospital.
And they need beds, They need this, they need that. And not only that, we need to investigate something that is going on, where they say that the X-ray machine not working when X-ray machine is working, but they want the patient to go outside of some other doctor building, go do an X-ray because they want money to pay.
Or maybe sometimes because persons don't have the money to do their tests, so it gets overwhelming. Because I have been down there for procedures, and they definitely is overwhelmed during doctors not working, nurses. So persons going out, sometimes it's for their own benefit to get a quicker response, for their health benefits.
What I want to find out, years ago when then Prime Minister Bruce Golding announced free healthcare across the board, you think that sort of have a negative impact on Jamaica's health system? Everybody overwhelmed now since they announced a free healthcare?
Dudley, if you check history, it's not only Golding who asked for free healthcare now. In the 1970s, under Michael Manley budget speech, that is his wife, his former wife, Beverly Duncan Manley, or Beverly Manley Duncan, told him to attract the people to your budget speech, telling you give them free healthcare and free education.
No, he did a free education, but never the healthcare.
But did the free healthcare to Dudley. So Jamaica's education system, health system have been going on the drain from Wapi kill Philip. And you know how long Wapi kill Philip? Before me and your mama ban.
Right, serious. Boy. And ironically, the man at the health minister have been voted as the best performing minister.
I think maybe got to his head.
Oh Lord.
How ironic.
Yeah, but the minister did wrong. He should have come to the nation, should have said something. And this whole alabaloo now that's going on, the opposition spokesperson said that he what's the term? He caught off guard or something like that.
He felt unacceptable.
Yes, he said it was unacceptable that way. The actions of the minister, the opposition spokesperson is saying that Dr. Tufton's actions are unacceptable.
He keeping it away from his colleagues and the country.
Yeah, imagine the cabinet never knew.
But yeah,
right?
He said he spoke to the Prime Minister, but not on a cabinet level. He just briefed the Prime Minister after he was pressured by the media.
But is it timing when he talked to the Prime Minister
after
the problem too?
After the
No, it's not after media he spoke to the Prime Minister. Little before he go on air.
Oh.
And he only said, PM, we have a problem at Jubilee. I go in there soon, talk back to you. Click, click.
He didn't want to get the backlash off the PM.
But the fact of the matter is, Owen and Dudley, you are being paid by the taxpayers of this country. And you're telling me that something like that is going on at Jubilee Hospital. You don't send them to the mothers and the fathers of the babies. You don't come and tell the nation. The same way you call in Paho, Maho, Kanaho. Tell the people what is going on.
All right. We're about 5 minutes to go. Can we touch on the issue with the Oberlin High School? Does have about a couple of minutes?
Oh.
Because I think it is serious. And when these things happen, it can cause all kind of misinformation and misthought and negative to attach to the school. But the school had a devotion exercise, and something happened that some person can't explain, but someone give them their opinion. It may be negative, but what I find about this thing now, when the children begin to act in that kind of manner, it is more spiritual. But when they were taken to the nurse, I'm saying that how can you take somebody to the nurse? They don't have a medical problem. They have a spiritual problem. Should the nurse be the first call in this case?
But Dudley, if the nurse, they don't know what is going on. Them not spiritual like our good friend who is in the red sitting in front of you.
They should call Mr. Owen Brown.
Sure.
You see?
Yeah,
and another thing,
Taylor.
Oberlin High School have a tendency of having funerals there. They open the auditorium for funerals. When the funeral and lock up at the auditorium, no. Dead attract a lot of demons, you know. You should have left the auditorium open.
I don't know. You know what? Though yesterday, because even into this morning, I was hearing about two different things. One, the school they sent out a release, right? Describing what happened, that a teacher said that she had a word and she was to say something, right?
Yeah.
But then again, I'm hearing other reports where they were saying that they invited a woman there. So I wanted to know if it was a teacher or this external person who actually. But for me, I would work with what the school sent out, because the school sent out that a teacher during the General Assembly said that she had a word.
Yeah,
and she had to say something.
Yes.
I've heard also other accounts, right, where it was said that it was some vision that was shared, right, as to what's going on there at the school. A matter of fact, I think the Star posted something or published something earlier today about a student and their encounter while they were possessed, right?
All right, yep.
So, just a second. So what was going on?
No, but in this case, all right, go on, yeah.
No, but I'm saying what was going on. A lot of persons were just onlookers and looking on what's going on. There a lot of persons are confused as to exactly what
That's the point.
occurred yesterday.
That's what
I think what they should have done is call in the member of the revival movement. You see?
But
because it was still in a radio station that they had all sort of thing rubbing up, and the radio personality asked, "What I have rubbing up? What kind of aisle?" You see, so the fact of the matter is, as what Owen said, that maybe they should have, or maybe what we need to do as a news organization and a radio station is to get a hold of the high ups of that Oberlin High School to come on the program and speak to us about it.
Maybe some religious person who can better explain the situation.
Yes, as a matter of fact, Owen, your good friend and our good friend was they called him to come at the school.
All right, nice.
So I think you should get in contact with him.
But I wanted to play back. I think there was a voice note circulating
from the school. Yes,
from the school, right? I think it was a teacher, because she said that she's at work, and it sounded as if it was I'm trying to find the.
Wait, Tamika.
Yes, I'm here. I'm trying to even find
Oh yeah, here it is.
a response.
Yeah.
I'm here searching for it.
Family,
So just a second.
family, just asking right now. I'm at work and we're in a crisis here. We had devotion this morning and we haven't even been able to have classes. We had a devotion that was really groundbreaking for the school, but guys, the demons that are here just started manifesting themselves to the students. Students were just dropping like flies, starting convulsing. You mean the demons were literally speaking to us and telling us things. The school is still in an uproar. Persons are still there, convulsion and everything. So I'm asking you, please, wherever you are, to just breathe a word of prayer for Oberlin High School and the students, parents, teachers, everybody. I'm just asking you, please, if you could do that now. We really need, it's only prayer. It's only prayer can restore what is happening now. And Lord, we need all the prayer we can get at this time.
All right, Jeffrey and one more church people more than me now. Is there Tamika, it could be a case where we could get some real prayer warriors to rid the school of these demons?
You wanna go ahead, Owen,
Yeah. I was about to answer him to say that, of course, they once the person is spiritually equipped, then they no matter go if you're not equipped, because
Yeah,
if it is you're not equipped and you don't know understand fully spiritual things, don't bother try it, because I've seen where persons say they might try something and demons rip them up.
Again,
right?
No joke.
Mash them up,
That is
right?
true.
So you have to be careful. And persons are making joke as to what was going on. It's not a joke thing.
Not a joke thing.
It's no joke at
Spiritual
all.
and not only that, Dudley and Owen and Miss Henry, Jamaica is in need of serious prayer and fasting. And the Prime Minister of this country, along with the GG, Don't call for 7 days of prayer and fasting for this country. We not continue with this thing over and over again.
No, I go further than that yesterday. I went laugh at me when I said Jamaica need to establish a ministry of spiritual affairs.
Indeed.
Jamaica need that
You're
right
correct. You're correct because the
Jamaica
churches are spiritually dead, Dudley and Owen.
now. Yes, we need that. With this now at the school now, there should be some position officially as to what
Spiritually,
happened,
yeah.
and to what happened and how best it could be addressed. You can't.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in this case, you don't send them to the nurse. It's not a medical issue. It's a spiritual
Well,
problem.
but you see, why they send to the nurse, you know, or don't know, Dudley?
That knee
Maybe
jerk-
they
that
didn't know
knee-jerk
what was going
reaction.
on. They sent to the nurse to see if the child had a mental problem or something.
Well, that might be a kid, but we all know what we think we need to go further than that.
Yeah.
In that time, it was a medical issue. It's a
Something
spiritual
up.
problem, yeah.
Yeah, something.
So they need to call on a Christopher Taylor, a Owen Brown, and all those people to go there.
Yeah, man, to really people who spiritual, to really rid the country, Jamaica in general, of these demonic forces.
And I think there's a voice note of a student going around that one of our friends were involved in the fainting spells and stuff. And when she could actually speak to her, she asked her, you know, what is happening. And she said to her, she should repent, you know. So I don't know if it's demons or it's hard to say.
Or maybe God is trying to show us a sign.
Even.
All right, you have to continue this because it's very serious. It's very serious. So,
And before you go, Dudley,
have to
the
continue.
Prime Minister said that he will not sell Bob Marley Beach.
Okay.
all right, that's good news.
Oh.
That's good news there for
Let's-
ISIS. Prime Minister will not sell Bob Marley Beach.
Don't leave Miss Isis alone.
All right. On that note, we'll not sell Bob Marley Beach. All right. That
So
note.
who is Wolf? Who is Wolf then? That's playing the
The,
Bible.
Yes.
Who is Wolf?
the Prime Minister says, Miss Isis, the Prime Minister says he will not sell Bob Marley Beach.
Right, they bought a hotel. They bought
So who
space
sell the
in
beach then? Who sell the beach? Tufton?
No, it was rumored that they're about to sell the beach, but they said that the beach belongs to the lands authority, something like that.
Oh.
Things going on.
NLA? Oh.
Maybe you say he can't sell the beach. That really mean him can't sell it. Is that his own?
Let's see.
Property is government owned.
Let's see.
All right.
Property
The government.
going towards St. Thomas has been sold. Hundreds of acres of land to build a 4,000 room hotel.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes,
Yes.
that's the truth.
There, say there.
So the beach. All right. So
Let us see what's going to happen.
let's continue. Let's
Exactly.
live in that service. So Tamika, you there? All right, Tamika, all the best.
Nice.
All right, we come to the end of today's Roots Absolutely, the haphazard news. Oh, we had a good day today. They call the Prime Minister again. We need that. We need that ministry. We need that ministry. All right, Jeffrey Tavares. Thanks very much, Owen Brown. We're out of here.
You can head the Ministry of whatever affair.